So I'm Claire. I'm the founder of Breckland Orchard. We're based in the east of England, but I'm a Wye Valley girl, so born and brought up in Usk. So it's lovely, lovely coming home. What I wanted to talk to you today about is a little bit about natural, but a bit more about the sort of big soft drinks con that I think is going on out there at the minute as well. So just in terms of naturalness, and I hope everyone can see a kind of general move towards everyone's wanting something that's a little bit more natural. So there was that great guy there from the Real Bread campaign. And bread's a really natural kind of product, just flour and water and a bit of yeast. And we kind of like buying this prepackaged stuff that's got so many preservatives on it, lasts for sort of 2 weeks. And that's really unnatural. It's the same with milk. Milk's a really natural product. It's only got 4% fat in full fat milk, and yet people want to kind of bastardize it and get it down to 2% and skimmed milk. And really, this seems, why are we processing stuff, as I would see it, quite unnecessarily? Because nobody's going to drink gallons and gallons and gallons of milk, and even at 4% fat, it's not going to make you very bad anyway. Same with butter. So butter, lovely, pure and natural, and yet everyone wants to go for these emulsifications of sort of fat and water, and it's sort of dressing themselves up as margarines. And I would say exactly the same stuff is going on in soft drinks, except I would argue to a far worse extent. It's terrible what's going on, actually. So most soft drinks have a sweet flavour, and that comes through sugar. And I would argue that sugar is a very nice natural product. So cane sugar, you know exactly where it's kind of grown, and it's lovely. Except what the movement in soft drinks is to more of these kind of sucralose, aspartamines, and we're replacing the lovely natural sugar with something that's really artificial and quite nasty. And far from kind of consumers thinking, oh, that's not very good, what they're actually doing is lapping it up. They're wanting more of it. And the worst offender is squashes, as I would see it. So in the supermarkets, you get these squashes, and they say, no added sugar. Well, if it says no artificial sugar, that's because it's got loads of sucralose in it, aspartamines. And if you read down the side of the label, it's going to read something like a chemistry lab. It doesn't mean it's got no sweetener in it whatsoever. And somebody said on the olive oil, I get exactly the same thing. So I make a very nice, gorgeous posh squash, of course, because I make posh pop, so posh squash. And my posh squash has got 40% fruit juice in it, and it also has natural sugar in it. But people will pick up the bottle and go, oh, sugar? Oh, no, can't you take the sugar out? And I think, well, actually, I don't want to take the sugar out and replace it with a whole load of chemistry labs. So I'm not going to be putting sucralose and aspartame and all the rest of it, and I'm going to keep it really, really natural, and then you know what's in it. And as a British soft drinks industry, we are getting loads of pressure to go no added sugar and to move to all these chemistry labs. And I keep saying, I cannot think of another industry that's being forced to put in artificial ingredients into its what should be a very, very natural product. But we are under constant bombardation for that. So please don't think sugar is something to be scared of. It is very natural, and just like the kind of the bread, just like the milk, just like the butter, if you know what ingredients are in it, then that can only be a good thing. And I just wanted to kind of end with a quote from a good friend of mine, also based in Suffolk, so a lovely guy called Shank, and he owns a company called Stoke Sauces, and they make a very fine table sauces, including mayonnaise made with rapeseed oil, natural and free-range eggs. And he's always saying, he's being constantly asked, can you make mayonnaise? Can you make a diet mayonnaise? And he said, well, no, he can't. And this is the way he kind of says it. He says, I don't want to make a diet mayonnaise. And quote, if you want to lose weight, keep your mouth shut. A teaspoon of mayonnaise is a healthy thing. It's good for you. You don't need to eat a whole jar of it. So that's what it is. I think it's all about moderation. Please don't be eating all these horrible chemically sugar stuff. Keep it natural, and then you'll know what's good for you. Thank you.